Hello everyone and welcome back to another not Road to TCG Worlds, TCG Pokedex. We are slowly filling up the Pokedex. Last week we had a very interesting Nidoqueen deck, which actually ended up beating a Mega Mewtwo meta deck, so that was pretty impressive. Definitely had fun using that. And today is Nidoking's turn to shine. So this deck is focused on Nidoking instead of Nidoqueen, although Nidoking did take part in last week's video. But today is 100% focused on Nidoking. Now, as you can see, we have a 3-1 split of the Nidoking line. Our main attack will be Power Lariat, which deals 60 damage plus 30 more for each evolution Pokemon on your bench. I used this exact attack, except it did 10 more damage instead of 30, to get third place at Worlds back in 2005. So I'm really excited and happy to be able to use that attack once again. Of course, it was on a Nidoqueen, not on a Nidoking, but it works out the same. And then we have the one Evolutions Nidoking, which does have the same HP, the same weakness, but has two different attacks. Rumble deals 40 damage and the defending Pokemon can't retreat, and Tail Swing deals 100 damage and 20 damage to each of your opponent's benched basic Pokemon. So the extra damage might come in handy. And we are also running 2 Nidoking BREAK, so we can go all the way up to 180 HP with a non-EX, which is pretty good. Then you have Toxic Drill, which deals 120 damage, and you get to poison your opponent's active Pokemon, but you place 2 damage counters in between turns instead of a single one. So the energy attacks or the energy costs are quite hefty, and that's why we are running 3 experience share and the 4 max elixirs to try and get as much energy as possible into play. And aside from that, as you can see, I am running a 3-2 Golbat line and a 2-1 Artillery line. That is to go along with our Nidokings and Nidorinos to try and power up Power Lariats for maximum damage potential, and the extra damage counter from Golbat might come in handy. And then the rest is pretty much setting up cards. We have the rare candies, we have the Ultra Balls and Level Ball high count, we have the Sycamores, the End, the Lysander, the teammates to be able to find rare candy, and 10 basic psychic energy. So that's the deck, completely untested. I will tell you guys. So I can't promise you exceptionally good results, but I can promise you I will try to have fun and try to win with this deck. So let's get right into it. We find a game immediately against another Psychic colorless deck, which could be Mega Mewtwo once again. And just like last week, that would be pretty funny actually. My friend does choose to go first. He does have a Mega Mewtwo white coin. So I'm pretty sure that indicates that he's gonna be running Mega Mewtwo. But unfortunately, we have no energy and no energy acceleration. So that's pretty bad. Off of the teammates, maybe we can start getting something going. My opponent did discard an Ultra Ball and a Mega Turbo. Garbodor will be annoying as we won't be able to use our Golbat damage or our Artillery line, but we will be able to have those evolutions count towards our future setup, possibly. I might have to sacrifice the Remoraid though. Oh, and we have no stadiums actually, so that's a big problem as well. That's actually a pretty big problem. One Nidoran is also priced, so that's not good news. Yeah, I might have to buy myself a turn here, so I'm gonna Lysander up the Hoopa to try and buy myself a turn. If my opponent doesn't KO me and he doesn't set up Garb, I can go for Artillery, which I did see was in the deck. If he does, then he activates my teammates and I can therefore get something else going. There's a Garb, there's a TCE, and there's an X. Okay, so at least he helps us a little bit in that regard. Not attaching an energy really sucks though. Really sucks. And he passes. Okay, so that's a really good opportunity. Now, I regret not playing any stadiums, definitely. I completely forgot about stadiums. So that's my fault. I think I'm gonna Sycamore here, so I'm gonna get rid of the N and the Zubat. I'm gonna find another Nidoran. Yep, I'm gonna find another Nidoran. I need 2 evolutions to be able. Ooh, I hit perfect. I need 2 evolutions in my bench to 1 hit KO, I believe. Every Mega Mewtwo every single time. So that should be accomplishable even with Parallel City. But I will, however, need back-to-back Nidokings here, though. So now what I can do is go for Artillery or go for a Nidorino. And I think going for Nidorino is the better choice, but do I sacrifice a Nidoking here? Do I actually sacrifice a Nidoking or an Energy? I generally don't know. I guess the Nidoking I already chose, but I didn't really want to. Okay, so the other Nidoking is priced. Requiring 3 energy is definitely not ideal. Now, should I or shouldn't I? Basically, if my opponent manages to find a Floatstone, a Spirit Link, and a Mega Mewtwo and KOs my Golbat, I'm gonna be forced to find a Nidorino and the Artillery off of my next Sycamore, which doesn't seem too unlikely. Having the free retreat is obviously nice, but I really wouldn't want to put Artillery active. Open Skylass for an old trouble, so he's probably just gonna go for the... Wow, is he just gonna go for the Mega Mewtwo and pass the turn? Huh. Oh, you're kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. What? 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 My opponent actually has the 1 weakness policy in his hand. You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be absolutely kidding me. Wow. Wow. I am completely speechless here. Now I'm gonna need myself back-to-back Nidokings to just KO a single Mega Mewtwo, which is doable, but not without the Extinguisher, and not if I whiff the Max Elixir. Ugh. Damn it. Now it's not gonna be possible. Man. Okay, it is possible. As long as I get a Max Elixir. As long as I get a Max Elixir, not a Max Elixir, an Experience Share. As long as I get one of my Experience Shares. Okay? As long as I can get that. Off of the next Sycamore. Or, yeah. Yeah, no matter what, I need the Experience Share. Okay, I do get it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna attach it there. Let's try to Max Elixir as well. I do hit. And boy. Right now I'm gonna deal 120 damage. Okay, that's fine. I think. Wow. This is really intense, guys. This is actually really intense. A weakness policy. I can't believe it. I can't believe he had the weakness policy. He has the weakness policy. I genuinely can't believe it. Gonna versus Seeker and okay, I am okay with that. I get extra cards. Sure, he gets extra cards as well. But I do find energy. I find a rare candy. I find a teammate, which doesn't really help me. Since okay, I still deal 90 damage though. But I'm gonna have to Brock here. Okay, I do KO this Mega Mewtwo, right? I do KO. He might not run Spirit Links though. He might actually not run any Spirit Links. So, with that in mind, I genuinely think I should end here, bring him down to 4 cards, and try to find versus Seekers, which I cannot, so that I could Lysander. But it's not gonna be the case. Okay, then I need my other Nidoking. I need my Nidoking off of my prize cards. That's what I absolutely, definitely need. Sycamore and Max Elixir. That's not a Nidoking, guys. That's not a Nidoking. It's not the Nidoking we needed. Oh, you're kidding me. You are kidding me. He does run Spirit Link. How many Spirit Links does he run? And he's gonna get them. Come on. Come on. That is insane. That is insane luck. That is absolutely insane luck. Wow. The fact that my Nidoking is priced is what makes this ridiculous. The fact that if my Nidoking was not priced, I would be perfectly good here. I would generally be perfectly good. Generally. Oh boy. Okay. So I have to Brox here. And hope. Oh, well then what I just did was pretty dumb. Well no, it wasn't. And hope, against all hope, that he doesn't have a Lysander. His hand is 5 cards, he has not played a single versus Seeker. He's obviously gonna have it. He is obviously going to have it. Wow. Okay. If I attack right now, I deal 180 damage. And then what? He's gonna have the Berserker Lysander, obviously. Obviously. I think I misplayed that. I think I genuinely misplayed that pretty badly. Oh, he's Sycamore, that's great. You've got to be kidding me. No, I don't want to attach any more energy. You've got to be kidding me. And now I don't have an end. Okay, I'm still gonna play this. I need my Berserker. If he's gonna have it. He's had everything every turn. He has literally had everything every single turn. So there's no reason for him not to be able to win this upcoming turn. Yeah, thank you, Nidoking. He's gonna have the TCG, obviously. He's obviously going to have the TCG. Man, we were so close. We were so close to beating Mega Mewtwo once again. No, come on, guys. I think I misplayed, though. I actually do think I misplayed. Because I don't think I realized I had the rocks in my discard pile until I checked. So if I had played the level ball for a turn earlier to find the Remoraid, and then I would have evolved into Artillery, I would have had the 2 evolutions. And I could have brocked, found, yeah, I misplayed. Now that's on me. That's definitely on me. I could have won that match actually. I should have won that match. Melbourne also got literally perfect hands every single time. His deck flowed so incredibly well and perfectly. Besides that first turn hiccup, if you will, but the fact that he had the weakness policy right there just absolutely changed everything. Literally changed everything. But anyways, the deck, why? I was gonna say the deck flowed better than I thought it would. The deck flowed better than I thought it would. Now I wish I had the other Nidoking, which I do not. But I just draw a pass. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. This guy doesn't really help me. I can double stab for whatever, I guess. I can evolve. I guess that's the best place. And I pass. I don't want to waste my Max Elixir on a Zubat. There's a Magnezone now. Hopefully he ends me. No, he's gonna Light Center. Then I should have. Okay, it's okay. I get an energy. That's cool. And I pass. I mean, I'm only gonna be dealing 60 damage though, but he has a Magnezone now. There's 1 energy. No way, he has been holding to 3 energy now. Okay, no, he simply passes. Okay. Another useless card. Another energy for my opponent. An energy for me. I will take that. There's a rough seas, and there's an okay. So my poor Zubat is gonna get thrown into oblivion. At least I find that Zubat. Okay, and he doesn't find energy. Which actually I think only makes this worse. But anyways, I'll just take over here. I need to get other things going. Where are my Nidorans? Where are my Nidorans? This is completely unfair. Okay, but we have Nidoking BREAK already up and going. We're gonna Toxic Drill. Unfortunately, due to the ability, the math will not work out in our favor. We won't get a KO coming back into our turn. Okay. Just fighting through belt. Okay, he's gonna choose to retreat and give up a Magnemite. That's fine, I think. I'm gonna end, and I'll finally start taking prize cards. Now, there is a chance my opponent starts, like, powers up one Raikou, super fully loaded, and actually gets to KO, or one-hit KO my Nidoking, but it's gonna need a ton of energy to accomplish that. Meanwhile, I finally find my artillery. I will be able to start drawing some cards. I now realize also I'm not running Floatstone or anything, so that's probably not a great idea. The Golbat will mostly be used to literally do nothing because he's gonna heal the damage off with Rough Seed. Yeah, I'm gonna save this level ball for a Nidorino, but I'm just gonna Toxic Drill here, deal a ton of damage, but the more evolutions I set up, the higher the chance for me to 1 KO even a Belted Raikou with an energy. Okay. Okay, so now he has his own artillery, it's fine. Sycamore, so yeah, my opponent is really struggling for energy, which we were kind of as well. And it's not like we have a super well set up backup Nidoking or anything, but we do have, yeah. And with 4 evolutions, I will be dealing 180 damage. So I could even one-hit KO a normal Raikou, which is pretty awesome. Okay, there's a Voltorb. Yeah, it's Voltorb. It's gonna make this tricky, definitely. I like though, like when I face off, when I'm using the TCG PokeDECK decks to face off against other non-standard-ish decks. We had a chance. I think we should have beat that previous Mega Mewtwo, but even if we didn't, I like showcasing, like, this is not a match you will face off, you will see rather happen at a regional tournament. But it is something that you get to see here, and it's decently fun, I guess. Okay, so the Golbat, as I mentioned, okay, 1 second, sorry, I need to deal with an emergency kind of on my phone. There we go, okay. So, let's find that Nidorino, or I could find another Nidoran to start trying to set that up as well, because I do have, well, I only have 1 rectangle actually, so never mind. Oh yeah, then even more reason. I don't need the full evolutions right now, and I do get to end, therefore keeping my Nidoking alive, or rather not in the discard pile. And I also have artillery as well, so that's cool. And we do find 1 Ultra Ball. I also find energy, which I really needed to find. I'm gonna touch it there. I will discard 1 energy, which I don't think is a big deal. I will go for the Nidorino. Once again, the Nidoking is priced. The other Nidoking is priced, actually. And now let's draw with Abyssal Hand. And okay. I do find a Max Elixir, which I do hit, even. I also find an Experience Share, and I have the teammate, so that's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool here. We're pretty much perfectly set up for the upcoming turn to have a return KO. And unless my opponent ends me, he might even give us a prize as well. Okay. Okay, so there's a Brooks. There's the Electrode, so he could potentially power up against Raikou. He uses Brock, so sure he will get a KO, but I should be able to power up to find rare candy. Well, actually, it's weird. This is actually a bit weird. Okay, so he does activate Plus Up Thunder, but still no Nidoking. Instead we find a Versus Seeker. Floatstone on the Magnezone, that's fine. And he does get a KO on my Nidoking BREAK, that's fine. That is actually pretty okay. Even 150 damage should not be easy-ish for my opponent to hit. Let's promote a Golbat in the meantime, but as long as I have my 4 evolutions, I should be able to one-hit KO this Raikou. So let me think this through. I need 2 evolutions, right? So, and I have a way to get a Pokemon out. So with my teammates, oh no, both Nidokings are there, so never mind. With my teammates, I can go for a rare candy, my last rare candy, and this Nidoking, I guess? Yeah, this Nidoking. And then I rare candy it up. And then I use an Ultra Ball and discard the Remoraid and the Versus Seeker to get this Nidoking, which will be the main attacker right now. And there we go. And then I bench this guy, and then I use Abyssal Hand for an extra 4 cards. I do find the Brooks, which I generally don't really need right now, but I will need the next turn. And I do get the exact amount to get a KO. Okay. Now the Max Elixir is cool, except for the fact that I actually don't have an energy. Well, I will get an energy back, so never mind. Never mind. Maybe I should have waited. Okay. 4 energy, that's 140 damage. My opponent still needs 1 more energy, which he will get because of artillery. Okay, so he does get the 1 hit KO. And, wow. And I won't get the 1 hit KO back. And he ends me. Okay, well, the end is not that big a deal, thanks to my Brooks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 energy. That's 180 damage. So he will be able to 1 hit KO this guy. But I still need to attack with that guy. Oh boy. Okay. At least I will be able to pressure him into either he gets a KO here or he finds like a fisherman. Well, he does have a fisherman. He only has 1 Berserker left though. Oh, but his deck and hand are so small right now. Okay. So I find an energy. I still need to poison him though. Still need to poison him. I'm gonna attach an energy to Nidoran. I'm gonna use Abyssal Hand because I really want to use Brox this turn. Okay, I even find a Nidorino, which is awesome. But I don't find the Brox though. Or if I Lysander. No, I can't Lysander, so never mind. I can teammate. I can teammate for the Brock to guarantee it for next turn, and the Elixir, so that I'm sure to fit it, because there's only 2 cards left in my deck. So that's cool. There's a Nidorino. So, okay. Yeah. I don't know if my opponent retreats here or not. I generally don't know. Because if he doesn't retreat, if he does retreat and finds enough energy, I mean, I have 180 HP, so he's going to need 7 energy on the bench Raikou. 7 energy on the bench Raikou. It's only a fisherman and 1 energy though. There's 1 energy. Oh boy. Wow, okay, so he does Thunderlance. Okay. So, I mean, I'm still not out of the woods yet, that's for sure. Still not out of the woods yet. Okay. So many useless cards though. I need to put back a full Nidoking line. And yeah, I can't win. I need 1 more energy to win. I'm not going to be able to win here unless the 2 cards off of my auxiliary are Nidoking plus energy. And even then it's gonna be really hard. 2 energy, okay. I could go for the Fury attack. I would need 3 heads, so I'm not gonna do that. Not getting the Nidoking is pretty disheartening, I'm not gonna lie. Oh man. Well, I would have only needed 2 heads, I guess. But either way. He retreats here, brings up the other Raikou. I can't win, not with that Lysander either. Oh. Wow, you choose to Thunderlance with the active. One card short, guys. literally one card short of potentially winning. No Nidorino. If I use Auxiliary, I lose, but then if I don't set up a Nidoking, I also lose. Well, I still have a Verse Seeker, I guess. That Fighting Fury belt and the Rough Seas. The Rough Seas blocked the evolution. So once again, not playing any stadiums hurt me. Once again, not playing any stadiums actually hurt me. Now my opponent decides to retreat. Man, I feel like we had a real chance. I genuinely feel like we had a real chance. Now, I'm gonna presumably top deck an energy. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. No energy left. My opponent is down to one prize card. I can't. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 energy. So that's 100. Nope. Yeah, I can't win. I definitely cannot win. No way for me to win right now. I mean, I'll bring him down to one prize card, but that's it. That's actually it. I don't even get a KO through. Not even down to one prize card. Never mind. Oh boy. Well, that's gonna be it from me, guys. This is the last video you guys will be seeing this year. Of course, next Monday, everything will be back to normal. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for all your support throughout 2016. It's been quite a ride with its ups and downs, but mostly ups, that's for sure. Thank you guys so much for your support. I seriously, you have no idea how much I appreciate it, guys. All of you guys are awesome. Even if you watch 5 minutes, if you're a subscriber or not yet, whoever you are, if you're watching this, you are amazing. Thank you so much. I wish you a very, very happy new year. I hope you have a lot of goals for next year and you get to accomplish all of them. I hope you got to accomplish all of your goals from 2016. And that will be all from me, guys. Thank you so much, and I will be seeing you guys next year. Bye-bye.